Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ken from Mahalo.com, and we're doing a character breakdown of Boomer, one of the rowdy rough boys from the Powerpuff Girls. Alright, now this is a great exercise to do before we draw him. You guys ready? I am. Let's do this. So, let's get started. Like I said, every video, when we draw we want to draw with a nice motion with our hands, because the Powerpuff Girls and rowdy rough boys are made of lots of ovals and circles and squares, and it's more comfortable. Oh, not really when you're, if you have an old habit of drawing like this, but draw like this. Do that for me, because that's what my professors always told me, that I had to draw, in a nice circle motion. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, let's look at Boomer. And Boomer's pretty much just like almost all the other Powerpuff characters, with little differences. But we want to draw a nice oval right there. Look at that. Because I'm drawing it with my wrist and such. And then we're going to go ahead and find a line of action right there. And, well, we can find it a little better, because boom, there it is. And the line of action of his body, it's kind of a line right there. So we use that line of action, and we just draw basically a square right here. And we already mapped out his body. I usually draw circles, and I'll draw those in a different color. And in case you're wondering what program I'm using Art Rage for the iPad, but it's on the computers and all kind of other programs. It's on you can use it on your laptop or Mac. It's a great program. It's inexpensive if you want to learn digital drawing and stuff like that. It's cheaper than Photoshop, and then if you like it, you can move up to Painter and Photoshop. So I use the circles to map out his arms, or his hands, where his hands are. So right there. And then we're going to go ahead and use this blue and show you how that works. Just see that? And look at that. And just by that, so I use that circle, and then we just come over here, and look, we just found that out. Boom. So, and then now that we have that head right there with that line of action, we can use that to find the hair right there. And whenever you're drawing, you can always erase too. So don't worry about having those guidelines. And it's actually kind of cool. And a lot of times I usually draw with a pen, and it's kind of a lot of fun because it's really permanent, and you kind of really see what your how your whole process came about when drawing the character. And you can always go over it with a Sharpie and just clean it up. But once you get really comfortable with your drawings, go ahead and you can move the pen. So we found that line. That's going to help us find where his hair is at, and just big giant ovals for the eyes. So even if they're all not showing, you can draw it. And then that looks kind of funny, but that's going to help you find where his eyes go. So we just got that, and boom, and then draw some more ovals. And don't be afraid to draw through the character as well, because that's going to always help you find out where where his eyes are, and keep it in proportion. So say he's in this position, draw the hair here, and actually it goes all the way around like that. And then his eyes, the rowdy rough boys are never really happy. They're always kind of mad and tough. And he looks kind of sad here. He looks like a very sad rowdy rough boy. Yep. And then, we can just remember that square. And, we can draw circles to find out. And look at this. He looks just kind of like, but that's what you want to remember when drawing the characters. Just kind of remember those shapes. I know it looks kind of crazy, but yeah, that's what we want to do when we're drawing those characters and thinking about them. When we're trying to make our own positions, remember those shapes, and that's going to help you big time when trying to draw the character in whatever position you want. It's just remembering those basic shapes, because a lot of times what we would try to do when I was a kid, I didn't see the character for the shapes, and I would just kind of trace around him, and wouldn't get the proportions right. So if we use those basic shapes and those squares and those circles, it really helps get your character drawn, kind of correctly and kind of proportion, and then we can always clean up with an eraser and everything like that. So I want you to remember lots of circles. Remember your line of action. Your line of action helps you find, the center of the body. It kind of helps you, map out your character as well. Well, all right, guys, that's been pretty much it for our boomer breakdown. I want you to remember those simple shapes and what we talked about. Remember drawing with your wrist, and we're going to take those techniques in the next video where we draw boomer. So I just want you to practice drawing ovals and circles and everything like that before our next video, and really get in there and just kind of practice and practice. And in the next video, we're going to take all that information and we're going to draw boomer. Hey, what's up, guys? I almost forgot. I want you guys to send me your drawings. That's right. You can email me a copy or do it old school and just mail it to me, and I'll post it up in my office. And I'll even make a video with your drawing. And if you want me or any of my art friends to teach you how to draw your favorite character, send those requests to request@mahalo.com. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.